So I expect my friends to be there for me when I need them the most. So during COVID, especially when, not that I put an expectation for people to start checking up on people, but that was a time where I gave you grace because everyone's going through stuff.
Right.
But I need somebody to check up on me.
Yeah.
Like that part, the everything going through stuff. Like everybody, because we always like to say, you know, I'm dealing with something too. And that was the one time where everything shut down for everybody. And obviously, yes, there are still levels to that, but everybody's mental health was taking a toll. Everybody was going through their things. And granted, yes, you always allow, like, people deal with things differently, but at what point is it your turn?
Right.
You know? I get that completely and fully.
So I feel like that's an expectation. Just like checking up on your friends. I expect if we call each other friends, let's check on each other. Even it doesn't have to be a long conversation. Sometimes we don't even talk. You just send memes back and forth. I know that you're alive, and we still laugh together. Or hey, I was thinking about you, and I just want to check up on you, and like how's everything going? And that could be the end. Like I have friends from high school. We don't talk every day, but the love is still there. Like as much as it was. Way back when we started this.
Yeah.
That's also something I've had to learn, like checking up on people, like because again, I was so used to like friends are the people who I see on a consistent basis. So I don't need to check up on you. I see you every day. So now when it's like you're in a position where you have to actively make time for these people and take the time to check on people and like show that you genuinely care, that has been like a huge adjustment for me. And again, it's like in my head, me not texting you to check up on you does not take away from how much I love and care about you, but that doesn't mean that's not how you're receiving it. So I can't just be worried about how, like, I know ultimately they know I love them. Like, you know, that can't just be the mentality. Like, I have to understand from the other perspective, because like y'all are saying, when is it my turn? And in my head, I'm like, they'll know. They know. Like, I can't, you know, you can't have that mentality.
Know that they know.
It's like, if you have not given me tangible things to hold on to know that you love me, then how am I supposed to know? By osmosis.
But then that goes to learning your friend and how they show their love and how they receive love.
The one thing I expect is the way I give you, like, the way I study you and I want to understand you so I can be a better friend for you, I want you to do the same for me. Because I'm not an easy friend to have. Like, we're like, it's takes work to keep a healthy friendship. So like the way I take time to like understand you and like tailor to you as a friend, I just ask that you give me that same treatment.
And I know we went into like friendship, but I want to kind of bring it back to like how we started like girl code. So like, and then does girl code apply to any girl that you are in the same
good question.
Situation with? For example, one girl code is rescuing any girl you see that's getting hit on by a creep. I experienced that.
Wait, let's do yes and no, and then if there's like debate, then let's see. That one I think is it has hands down. Yes,
one yes.
It has to be because men are crazy,
especially nowadays.
Disrespectfully,
especially like people putting poop on your face like in the train.
Oh my gosh!
Carry a taser if it's legal where you at.
And even if it's not.
You're not going to promote that, but you know, do what you got to do, protect yourself, ladies, and speak up when you see something because that's crazy. Don't share each other's secrets.
Facts.
Yeah, even after the friendship is over, if it doesn't end.
Facts.
Granted,
nothing really like. I feel like I think for me it's like
you sharing my secrets if we're not friends anymore.
Not to that point. Oh. Now I'm not going to air out your dirty laundry, but I'm saying because we started with girls that we all know, or
so wait, that's what. So
friends, girls, because best believe I'm not your friend. Like I don't call you my friend, right? And we out, you get lit. Best believe I'm like, yo, I might have to call Danae and tell her what happened. But she know that she not gonna. I know she not gonna tell me.
So what I'm supposed to say, like I'm supposed to be like, I'm not gonna tell you secrets, but I'm gonna tell you secrets to like my friend and my man probably.
That I understand. That I understand.
And because I know most likely we're not gonna be in the same vicinity with this person for you to be sharing the secret.
I feel like even in our group, like. There are things we tell each other in confidence, yes. But I also feel like if there's a certain situation where intervening needs to take place, break the code, bro.
Mm-hmm.
At least for me, you have permission to break the code for me. You get what I'm saying? I might, because also it might be in a situation where like I told something to Ashley because I had the opportunity or the space where I felt able to do so, but like that was the only person I'm not saying it again. That's all I have to give right now.
But you need an intervention.
But if an intervention needs to happen and it takes more than one person to do it, I have no problem with her telling you.
I'd say that. Yeah, same.
Like at the end of the day, the girl code is supposed to be to protect all of us, to uplift us, to make us better. Like if I need
the
help,
intention of girl code,
that's what it's supposed to, right?
Because you say that's not gonna hold you back to find your husband.
I think that's a stupid code.
So I'm saying like the intention is to uplift and protect us, but
like in situations, I think it depends.
Unless that's do with mine.
I think it depends, like stuff like that.
Another code is like, don't let a man destroy your friendship.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just before
body parts.
Body parts is crazy.
But wait, with that one though, yes, I do agree. But I think about like my parents' example, like my parents and my mom's best friend, like how the man was almost jealous of the relationship with like the friendships. Like let's say I get in a relationship. You always on the phone with Ashley. You always want to ask you about something. Yes. And guess what? When I'm ready to leave you, she'll be the reason I stay. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, and then eventually, when you need something to go down, now my man could call Ashley and be like, yo, I need help with this.
Or even, I'm trying to get Danae her
right, that's what I'm saying.
Now you need me.
So I feel like it's definitely important to like make sure you like don't let that, like in that sense,
right,
that can't come in between like what's being created here. At the end of the day, if something happened to them and they up and leave you today, it's still your friend.
I just feel like you know your priorities in your friendship, so you like gauge what's worth fighting for and what's just like, yo, bro, just put it to the side. Like, we don't need to talk about
You're gonna have to be mad about
what's
that.
understood doesn't need to be said. Like if we hear, then we hear. That's it.
I don't know how I feel about that statement.
What's understood doesn't know.
What if y'all both don't understand the same thing at the same time?
Assumption can lead to very much.
I agree.
But I mean, ask, how do you and me? And I'm not asked.
If we talking like me and you,
if
we have sometimes we have like a functional understanding, but definitely like I'm very anti-assuming. I am used to be the queen of assuming, like top tier. If you blink an eye, I'm assuming you're trying to fall asleep. So it's like I worked so hard to stop that part of me because it was so bad. Because getting to a point where I was like assuming the worst and nothing was ever that bad. Why did you get to that point of mental? Like what
you're running milk?
How did we get here? So I 100% agree with you that if it gets to the point of assuming, you gotta communicate that. But sometimes when you have such a mutual understanding between people, what's understood genuinely does not.
You be like, you good? I'm good. We good.
Right?
Or we in a function? We both look at each other like we know what time it is. Yeah. Okay. Tell a girl her outfit has a malfunction or if it looks bad.
Malfunction. Well, just communicate that to her.
Like there's a rip in her pants. She bled through it.
I'm telling you, if you have a malfunction, it's not necessarily my job. If this is a stranger, I'm not going to tell you that you don't know how to put an outfit together. That's not my job. That's what your friends are for.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm leaving looking crazy, it is your job as my friend to be like, that's what you're wearing.
And I'm thinking to
that's what
other people like, where her friends at?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Where her
Don't
friends
let her
at?
leave the house looking like that.
Right.
But if it's something where it's like she got toilet paper stuck to the bottom of her
Oh no, that's
a malfunction. I'm telling you.
Malfunction, but looking bad.
Looking bad.
That's your fault.
No, but like also if go ahead.
You don't tell a girl. We're just saying girls, not within a group.
So it's within our friend group, not like a stranger, or it's with a stranger.
There's all girls.
Just say it how you
In
need
general,
to say it. Yeah.
I'm not the type of person because what if you really feel nice in what you have on? So I'd be like,
I'm treading that.
I'm not giving unsolicited advice. I don't like unsolicited
that's my
advice.
thing because I don't want to be like, girl, you look nice, and that's a lie. Like I just feel like it gets a little wishy washy for me.
Well, I don't think you should tell them they look nice if they don't look nice. But
Not a lie.
I think it's also I think it's
Don't
a
lie.
situation too. Like if you look fine in what you're wearing, you look fine. But if I know that you have something else in your closet that will go nice with that, for what we're about to do, then yeah. For example, like when we were like put on the brown pants instead of ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
She looked fine either way.
I'm thinking of it more so in the sense of like, let's say hypothetically, pre-braces. I'd be like, let's say I was like, oh my gosh, my teeth are mad crooked.
Ooh.
No.
That's something that
like
you
it's not, or it's not that bad. When I know
or even with weight,
up, like,
or even with
what
weight,
am I supposed to say? You see what I'm saying?
With weight. Yeah.
You like, I just look so like.
I'm not affirming that.
And it's like, what am I supposed
I'm not
to say?
affirming or denying anything.
Like,
I'm letting you be that.
Like,
say what you need to say and get it off your chest.
Have you seen it there? Have you seen a dentist? Have you like talked to your parents about it? Maybe they can help. Like maybe we can work.
See, that's not my body.
But is she coming to you for help? Because if she's just saying, "Oh my God,"
what if it's just like an out loud acknowledgement? But you can tell it's like a. I don't want to say it's a reach for attention, but it's like
self-deprecating.
Yeah, but it's out loud to the point where it's like you're saying this and you know ears are listening. Like you're not just saying this to talk to yourself. You know what I mean? Like
I'm just not saying anything. Like it depends. Like for me, it's like if it's like a body.
I just
like if it's like a body issue thing in terms of like weight and stuff. Like, oh my God, I'm so fat and ugly. I'm like. You're beautiful. Like I'm gonna affirm you in that way. But in terms of like the details, I'm not getting into those details with you. If you want to talk, like if let's say if we're close enough that you have now told me about your teeth 4 times, I'm gonna be like, okay, do you plan on doing something about it, or are you just gonna be mad about it forever? But that's also my personality. I'm kind of rough. I would say just like that. But other people will change it up. But my whole thing is like, you just gonna keep talking about it?
I think
you know.
I feel like we know. I'm speaking within our friendship group, right? If I come to you, I'm trying to see how this is. Like, I don't like and I don't give unsolicited advice. So if you keep saying, if you say something like in a moment, "Oh my gosh, my teeth are so crooked," I'm gonna stay quiet. I'm gonna stay quiet. Or, "Oh my God, I look so fat," I'm gonna stay quiet. Or I'm the only thing I do check is I'm ugly or I'm not beautiful. That I check. Okay. But the other like specifics in the bud. Stop checking yesterday. It's not that. Like, come on. No. But like specific stuff, I don't check. Now, if we're like you said, is it in public? If I come to you and it's just me and you, because I like to do the safe space, nobody's around.
Not going to embarrass you.
How do you actually like? Do you feel? That's like when I was going through my adult acne. Like, friend, I know. Like,
yes, it was very much like it's time to talk about this.
Like, I see that it's affecting you and how you're moving. So, what do we need to do?
What is the plan moving forward?
And I appreciate that. And I don't think I was like really cute. I don't think I was like, "Oh my gosh, my skin was so bad." Like, was I constantly saying it? But I think you could tell.
Well, I know you enough to know like it was coming up a little bit more like your daily routine, but also just like you're wearing like this girl never used to wear makeup. This girl has on a face full of makeup every time we go out. And I'm just like,
why?
What's the problem? Because now you got to do your 12,000 step routine when you go home because she gone. So that's, you know what I'm saying? Like those, like you pick up on those things. So it's like, all right, yeah. Every morning there's 12 patches on your face, bro. What's happening? What's happening?
But if you have like a pepper in your teeth, or you got a little booger sticking out,
oh
or
yeah,
like, yes,
those are all malfunctions to me.
I'm telling you.
That's
but like some people genuinely get offended. Like, why would you say something? But like I don't mean to say it out loud. But if we're in a group setting and you have something in your teeth, like I'm gonna look at you like this. Like,
is that no? I want you to tell me. I actually went on a date the other day with a guy, and it came up, and I was just like, oh, I was eating shrimp from this Thai place. It was good, but it was like ripping apart. And I have a retainer. I have a retainer in my mouth. So I was just like, oh, I hope I don't have nothing in my mouth. He's like, it's okay. Even if you didn't, I would tell you. I said, you better absolutely tell me. He said, well, I don't want to embarrass you. I said, how you think I'm gonna feel when I go home and smile?
Or that you let me talk the whole time, especially if it's in a group. If it's one-on-one, I probably. No,
I'm still gonna tell you.
One-on-one, I'm telling you, but in a group. And if let's say we're at a dinner,
right now, God forbid I got something in my teeth right now. Y'all just watching me talk in my teeth, and then we watch the blood back and just bear. What's that?
You know,
and y'all gonna tell me like
that's you know one thing I do when lip gloss gets like that white
line.
Please tell me, please. I hate that.
That's right. Now you looking like the Joker. Like
I'm looking like your hips mad dry.
Like now you got like
the
tell me
whitey.
Please. Tell me like the lip gloss. Yeah, let me fix my lip gloss. And I was like, my lip gloss, and do I got that ring? I hate that ring. So when I say like,
Are we still going through code though? Because there's one thing I really want to talk about.
Go ahead.
Like, okay, so we spoke about how, pretty much from what we said so far, like our expectations for our friendships, showing up for each other, being there when you're needed, and being able to like vice versa, reciprocate that and give that to people, right? My thing is, and this is something I don't, it irritates me so much, like when we now switch genders, having a friend of the opposite gender and expecting those same things, but now it's being looked at as if it's, oh, you're trying to make this more than a platonic relationship. Like, no, this is just something I require.
That's how I love my friends.
You know what I'm saying? Like, do you guys have those same things? Even if it's not, like, it's not with everybody all the time, but I feel like it gets there.
It does.
Yeah, I've been there before.
Like, I'm not your man. I'm not to be my man.
Yeah.
I should be a human being. No?
Yeah.
That's just me.
Human being is a little too broad because I don't expect nothing from regular human beings besides basic decency.
Be my friend.
Because you're my friend. I want you to like check up on me, whatever.
Yeah,
like,
and I'm not same thing. I'm not about to force you to be my friend. Like, if this is too much, I'm asking of you. Bye. Sayonara. Adios. I will not hit your phone. I will not invite you to
I don't want to be a burden.
Right. If
this is a bother.
And it's,
don't let me be the burden.
Bro, it's easy.
Life is too simple.
There was a time where we went on a... I don't care.
Go ahead.
We went on a trip recently, and we got really close with this group we went on a trip with. And prior to, we weren't really that close. And then after, good vibes, talking in the group chat every day. Now I feel like I'm pulling teeth every time I put something in the group chat. I'm 2 seconds away from leaving the chat, bro. 2 seconds away because
it's
why are we here? Because I put something in the chat and it's crickets. So if this is too much for y'all, and I don't want to see you swipe up on my story and say, oh, you don't invite us to brunch. Sorry.
I texted you and you didn't respond.
But at that point, like, I just know with
how
guys,
would you get the invite if
you respond?
With guys, I just grant you the grace of being a guy. Like, if
and I think that's whack.
I was about to say that's not fair because vice versa.
But that's the sacrifice you make of being friends with a guy. Guys, a lot of guys
have
the same
different code than
like
girl friendships.
Absolutely.
If they don't answer that text, yeah, I'll be tight because then you want to swipe up and say this and this and that. But at that point, if I don't invite you to the next one, that's I'm gonna look at you and say that's your responsibility.
100%.
And guys are grown enough, at least at our age, they might not be, but
they should be grown
to be like, yo, my fault, I didn't say anything to you. But like for me, that I have a lot of guy friends, and I study them and I understand, but I understand the boundary of like how close I can get with you. Because if we don't see eye to eye on certain things, then I'm not gonna sit here and talk about things that I know we're gonna disagree on. I'm gonna come to you for advice. I'm gonna come to you for support. And like, thank God for some of my guy friends. They really check in on me and like ask about me. But it's because I put in that effort too. So it has to be a level playing field. I have one guy friend who I prioritize over everybody because we have worked on our friendship and worked on setting that like type of vibe with us where we both know, again, what's understood doesn't need to be said. If you need me, I'm there for you in a second. And if I need you, I know you're going to be there.
But I also think a friendship with a girl on girl friendship, that sounds weird coming out, but two girls having a friendship is different than a girl and a guy having a friendship.
Agreed.
As much as we don't want it to be and we want it to be just friend, it's going to be different. So the whole expectation, I think, changes. And as well as like, whenever it's a girl and guy friendship, there are more external factors, like societal factors, that put a pressure on it for it not to just be a friendship.
Yeah.
Because it's always you guys are best friends, so why aren't you guys dating? I just want to be friends with this person.
That is true.
I feel like that's what it is.
The friendship.
Yeah.
I
think that's what it is. Because you can't treat a guy the same way you would treat a girl.
I feel like for me, because I'm like always one of the guys, like consistently, I don't have that type of vibe where like guys are like, oh, maybe I could slide on Sarah type, but it's literally just cool vibes like all the time.
And that's because the guy friends that you have created a safe space, because there are guy friends that are waiting for like this TikTok I just showed you.
So
bro, it was like guys who have girlfriends are like a family that has a chicken in the backyard. You're gonna get ate one day. Some guys think like that. Because there's some guys
that's their only intention.
And it's not even an intention. It's if you ask a guy, yo, if let's say if Danae gave you the chance, would you go there? Sure. And it wouldn't be I'm looking for I'm here for it. But if the chance were given,
why not?
What?
If I lean over this way, your arm will go around.
Yeah. I'm not gonna put my arm around Danae.
But if
Danae gives me
if that's the vibe,
okay, the green light,
yeah,
we run the green light. And I feel like that's just in a heterosexual where both people are heterosexual and it's a guy and girl friendship.
Are you guys okay with your man having a girl best friend?
Absolutely, please.
Yeah.
Yes, I absolutely want it. In fact, because there's certain things
I become friends with her.
Y'all need to. One, I'm her friend.
You're not like some girls are not leveraging that relationship.
That is the best relationship to have because one, first of all, I hope there's a lot of things that you need to handle before he even come to me with the foolishness. That's one because y'all should have developed that relationship in that safe space for when he like, yo, I'm thinking about doing this. You can look at him and be like, are you done? Do you want to break up? That, but also like in between, like she is the best player
yes,
on
but
the
then
board.
I have to ask that question: if she were to give you a chance, would that go there, or have y'all explored that?
Yeah.
Because for me to be comfortable, I do want my person I'm dating to have a female. Oh wow, a female like perspective that they can come to me with everything. Yeah, you are. But it's okay.
No, we gonna talk about it. We got time on the clock. We got time on the clock.
Wait,
I want my guy to have a female perspective that is outside of me. Because you need to go reference somebody to see if you bugging before you come back to me. Because I'm gonna take it more like because we're in a romantic relationship than if you go talk to your girlfriend about it. However, I needed to know: have you guys tried it and you guys both agreed that it is cool?
Okay, so
and if you guys didn't try it. If she were to give you the green light, would you speak? Would you take? Like, would you eat that chicken that's in the backyard? Like,
exactly.
So far, my experiences have been. I would never. She would never. And even if she were to say anything, or if I were to say anything,
then
cool.
I feel like that's
never.
perfect.
If once you give me that green light, then I'm comfortable. We can all hang out. We can all do whatever. Like
we can be best of friends. I'm leveraging that relationship.
So I have a question though. Like, cause you said if she was to give you the chance, would you go for it? And have y'all ever tried it before in the past, right? But what if it's a situation where it's like, honestly, like for whatever reason, time, space, and hasn't allowed for it, and you guys have had that conversation, like you're okay with it being the way it is. Like I'm talking about one person in particular. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
Continue.
Right, like let's say his girlfriend was to befriend me. Personally, I'm fine with that. Like I'm number one. Like rooting for you, but you get what I'm saying? Like, it's not like, oh, we tried it and it failed or anything like that, but it's just like time and space, and we have decided that this is not something
as the girlfriend, I would ask if you guys had. I would ask him if you guys have had that conversation.
But if you don't know,
but what I'm saying is, if he's now
because you guys
we have had that conversation. Are you now cool with that? Because
what was the result of that?
Well, we're friends.
So you guys chose to be friends instead of exploring that, and I'm that makes me comfortable.
I just wanted to make sure because you see Sarah's face, right? Because I'm like, she's like, okay, but what would happen if time and space, like, what if time and space now lined up and you guys are the same?
But
I don't think so
because.